Ayo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10, and as you can tell by the title, the thumbnail, and what's on the screen for you today, the build that I have for you happens to be the best Jimmy Butler build in the game. And quite frankly, this happens to be one of the rarest builds I've ever seen in this game, because throughout the months, nearly year of playing this game, I hadn't run into this build before, and I'm quite happy that we made it. So feel free to check out that entire video to see how the build is made, and of course see the rare build name at the end, because again, this happens to be one of the rarest build names out there. Maybe if you've seen it before, let me know down below in the comments, because me personally, in all my time of running the park and the rec, I have not seen it. Now, as you know, Jimmy Butler is right-handed, wears the jersey number 10, currently playing for the Golden State Warriors. I will not lie, I have no liking for this man right now. I'm a Miami Heat fan, and for those of you who know, he spent last season, or at least the earlier part of the season, crying about how he lost his joy with basketball because he wouldn't get paid. And then now that he's with the Warriors and they're playoff contenders, now he wants to talk big. But either way, they're 2-1 down to the Timberwolves, so they might go home really soon, in which case I'll be happy. But as we know, he is the starting small forward, coming in at 6'7", while swinging about 230 pounds with a wingspan of about 6'8", which for that height is quite considerably undersized when it comes to wingspan. But before we get into the skill breakdown for this build, I do gotta say special thank you to all of you for all the support you did show on the Jalen Brunson build video. Now, I did promise that if we got at least 5 likes on that video, I would post another video. We managed to get 8, so because of that, here we go. Now, if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content like it, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. We will aim for 10 likes on this video, just because if we manage to get 8 on the last one, there's no way we don't manage to get 10 on this one, which happens to be one of the rarest builds. But also, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on. And lastly but not least, down below in the comment section, let me know any other possible builds that you want to see me make, or any other videos you want to see in regards to 2K, because you do know we try and keep you as informed as possible. Now, as you can see, I am just tweaking out the physicals, where I've decided to go with the 79 when it comes to the speed, 76 on the agility, 80 on the strength, and a 75 on the vertical. These will later be explained with the other badges, with the, sorry, not badges, but the other attributes, because as you know, physicals are linked to getting badges to show when you're making a build. So starting off with drive and dunk wise, decided to give this an 87 on the drive and dunk, which does mean you manage to get pro contacts. Only thing is you get them off 2 and not off 1. This is because, in my personal opinion, Jimmy Butler's game, with the age that he is now, he's not as vertically gifted to go off 1 and bang it on somebody, but off 2 he does have the capability. So at least here we get the basic pro contacts off 2. If you want them off 1, you do have to up this to an 89, and of course to get elites you got to go to at least a 93 drive and dunk. Now, as you can see, we do also get silver posterized and gold aerial wizard, and paired up with this we decided to go with the 90 on the driving layup, which is quite considerably high, but it does mean we get gold physical finisher, gold float game, and silver layup mixmaster. Now, this does somewhat go against what I usually quote, because usually I'd say if you have a high driving layup, don't go with the high driving dunk, or if you have a high driving dunk, don't go with the high driving layup, mainly because with the driving layup, it means that you're just going to be finishing with layups, in which case, why do you even need the dunk? And then with the dunk, yeah, some people might say you'll find yourself in situations where you lay the ball up, but if you do know how to time it with the dunk meter, more often than not, you'll just be dunking the ball 24/7. Now, to round up the finishing, decided to go with the 79 on the post control, just because Jimmy Butler is one of the few players who still does play quite efficiently out the post. Now, I wasn't trying to go too high, because even though he does play out of the post, it's not the biggest part of his offensive game. So we decided to give it a decent enough push that at least with this build, you manage to at least get silver hook shot specialist, silver powerhouse, silver post up poet, and you also do get silver post fade phenom from what we did with the mid-range jump shot. Now, as with the mid-range, we decided to go with an 85 paired up with a 75 when it came to the 3-point jump shot. Mainly, Jimmy shoots a lot of middies. When he shoots threes, it's occasional, and it's usually in situations where he's forced to shoot the 3 or because the lead is too big, which is why we decided to give it a 75. Now, this does, of course, mean that you get silver deadeye, silver set shot specialist, bronze shifty shooter, and of course, gold post fade phenom on the build. And then free throw wise, decided to go with an 80, because again, if you want to take this build into the rec or the pro-am, you need to be able to make free throws, just like Jimmy is also capable of. So with an 80 on the free throw, you should have an easy time knocking these shots down. Now, playmaking wise, we did go with an 80 when it came to the ball handle, which means that you do, of course, get silver unpluckable, and of course, gold strong handle from the strength that we have in the build, and bronze handles for days and ankle assassin. If you really want to, you could up it one more to get the handles for days, but me personally, I left it at an 80 just because, yeah, Jimmy's not known as one of the greatest ball handlers out there. Speed with ball, 75, because again, he's not the greatest. And then, of course, pass accuracy, decided to put this up to a 78. I really do believe you could put this slightly higher, just because he is one of those guys who can, on a normal night, average about 25 and 5. As we saw in his last game, he managed to drop 33, 7 and 7. So this is something you could always boost up. Now defensively, this is where Jimmy has hung his hat a lot throughout his career, which is why to start off with, we went with an 85 on the perimeter defense, which of course means that we get silver challenger, on-ball menace, pick dodger, and of course bronze immovable enforcer and off-ball pest. At gold, we could have gotten a movable enforcer a little bit higher, but I wasn't really aiming for that, especially with how versatile the build is. When it came to the steal, decided to put this up to a 79 to get silver glove and silver interceptor. And then when it came to the block, put this up to about a 68 because it does of course mean that we get high flying denier at bronze. Now the interior defense, put this up to a 74 because it also does mean that you get that post lockdown at bronze as well. Now as you can see, this is the build in its hierarchy and how it's made. If you really want to break down the badges, feel free to jump on and, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to see them all through and through, or just check out the TikTok because we do show a breakdown of those on there too. Now once you have this in front of you, do me a favor, go ahead and try and guess the build name, because me personally, I never knew this was a thing. Now shades of course we get Jaylen Brown, Paul George, and Corey Maggette. This is mainly due to the high mid-range shooting. I believe if we had lowered it down, it would have given us Jimmy Butler. But the build name in itself happens to be none other than a versatile stopper. Now, it makes a lot of sense because the build does come with a lot of defense, but I am a bit confused just because, yeah, like, the build comes with a lot of finishing and great mid-range shooting. I would have expected a different name, but hey, 2K is what 2K is. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, which if you did, don't forget to do me a favor, go and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on. And last but not least, down below in the comment section, let me know, have you ever run into this build in any game mode you've ever played, whether that be Park, Pro-Am, Rec, or just generally in the theater, and also any other build videos you might want to see on the channel, because yeah, 2K25 is coming to an end in a few months, so whilst we're still playing it, let's make some builds we enjoy. But yeah, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.